And
Perfect.
yes, we can start.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Yash. Good evening, everybody from YouTube. We are here for the general quiz finals, and we have the top 8 with us this time. We have an enthralling quiz coming ahead, and for you guys to stick and answer in the YouTube comment section and in the future in the comment section of YouTube. All right. Starting off with a special announcement that we have the Bluelearn app ready and the quiz club discussions ready as well. We have every single day, we have questions coming out for you guys to practice, and there are trivia questions available for you to crack and answer. We have the app exclusive voice channel for trivia nights as well that will come in really soon. And there are a lot of other discussions and other features on the app that we have. So download the Bluelearn app right now. The link is there and it'll be pinned in the comment section later on of this YouTube video. For now, let's get started and game on for the quiz that we have. All the questions will be on the buzzer, so the participants will have to press the online buzzer that we have. And the first person that answers, the first person that hits the correct buzz gets a plus 100 and a minus 100 if he gets it wrong, right? So all the 8 of you have an equal opportunity on going on the buzzer and getting a plus 100 for yourself. And if you get it wrong, you get a minus 100. If there are no doubts, we can get started with the first question on the buzzer now. Identify the missing title. 5 seconds on the buzzer. Yes, we have Aryan going in first. Aryan, what's the answer?
I don't know, it
Aryan, you
buzzed
need to.
automatically. I didn't buzz it intentionally.
All right, we give you a minus 100, but you can still try on the answer. I'm being very fair. Still try on the answer. Just give out a random guess.
Okay, let me think. Can you give me 1 minute?
5 seconds.
Is it Yuval Noah Harari?
I was asking for the missing title. A minus 100 for Aryan to start off this quiz. Aryan, Faizan, what's your guess? You went second.
I knew the answer. It is the world is flat.
Perfect. That's the correct answer I was looking for. The world is flat, and it was pretty evident from the picture if you like thought about it. And the question was identify the missing title. This was a book written by Thomas Friedman, and the title was "The World Is Flat." A perfect answer by Faizan for no points, but Aryan getting a minus on this one. Be careful with the buzzer. It's really sensitive. The buzzers have been tested by you guys, so you know how to use the buzzer. The next question, the buzzer will be open for now. I want you to connect these images to a particular brand, a very famous brand. Should be easy if you know, if you connect. 5 seconds on the clock. I see no one buzzing in. A plus 100 opportunity for everybody. No one going on the buzzer, and the time collapses. The question is now closed. And if anyone wants to guess for no points, they're free to do so. Unmute yourself and you can answer.
Tiger biscuits.
I want a brand.
Britannia.
That's a perfect answer. You should have gone for that one. A plus 100 opportunity missed by Bhanu on Britannia. Britannia was the correct answer. If you look very carefully, this was the Tiger biscuits pointed out by Sudeep. And the brand I was looking for was Britannia, the magic biscuits as well by Britannia and the founder himself of Britannia. A plus 100 opportunity lost by Bhanu. No one getting a negative, no one gaining any points as well. An early start for everybody. Good questions to warm themselves for the upcoming questions. So the third question on your screen and on the buzzer now. What's next in this list? Be very careful. I want a very specific answer. What's next in this list? You see the Economist, you see the second image, and you see the third image. What's coming in the next image in the series that you see? All right, 5 seconds collapsing. No one going on the buzzer. and the question is now closed. A tough question for everybody to crack. Any guesses? If you have anything on top of your mind, you can unmute and answer. If not, I'll give you out the answer. All right, no one going on the guess as well. The correct answer I was looking for was the iPod index. So basically, I'll read out the context for you guys as well. The index determines whether a currency is under or overvalued by comparing the cost of one product worldwide. Similar to the Big Mac index, that was the McDonald's image that you saw. It's based on the theory that if the exchange rates are working properly, the same product should cost about the same worldwide. So iPod was one of the big products that it could be compared to a currency. It was that big, similar to the Big Mac by McDonald's. So iPod or Apple would have given you the point, and the correct answer was iPod index. No one getting a plus 100 on this one. A tough start for you guys. Bhanu, yes, what's it out?
Can you explain the economist and the third image part and the question?
So the economist was the organization that came out with this, right? The idea of this, the index and everything. All right, no one getting a plus 100. I see Ambrish disconnected. Could you please rejoin, Ambrish? And okay, perfect. We have all 8 of you on the buzzer. Next question coming up on the screen and on the buzzer for everybody. Now, I want you to identify the brand by this print ad by them. Pretty workable if you look at the screen very carefully. 5 seconds on the clock. No one going on the buzzer. 3, 2, and 1. Should be an easy one if you could have thought about it, and you would be kicking yourself if you like get to know the answer by me. If anyone wants to go for no points, you can go right now. The buzzer is on.
Netflix.
It isn't Netflix. You're close. You get the drift. I mean, you see the N forming. You get that drift right, but it's not. It's far away from Netflix. That's for sure. Anyone else? I'll give you like 2-3 seconds more. 2-3 attempts. I want a very common brand in India.
Zomato.
Incorrect. All right, no more points, no more guesses. The correct answer I was looking for was the Nescafe print ad. And you can work this out by, you see the Z's, right? This signifies the sleep. And once you have the coffee, it starts forming an N and it shows Nescafe at the end. So this was the workable, this was all the sleep, and then you wake up with Nescafe. That was the drift I was looking at, and Nescafe came out with this wonderful print ad for their campaigns. And this was the 4th question for you guys. No one getting a plus 100 or a negative on this one. Tough start for everybody. No one gaining points here. Nescafe was the correct answer I was looking for. Moving on with the next question on the buzzer. Now, I want you to connect these 3 to a particular company. Bhanu, really quick on this one. What's your answer?
So, is it Amazon?
Perfect. A perfect plus 100 to Bhanu. What is your workaround? How would you connect all these 3?
I think all of these are acquired by Amazon at some point.
Perfect. Perfect. All these are acquisitions by Amazon. That's shopbob.com, zappos.com, and Goodreads. And Amazon acquisitions. That was the answer given out by Bhanu. Perfect plus 100. He joins Faizan in the scoreboard. And we move on with the next question. Here.
I think I didn't score a point because that question which I answered was busted by mistake.
All right. Yeah. The answer was wonderful, but like no points for you. That's why I added. So sorry for that. Bhanu is in the lead right now. And we have the next question for everybody on the screen and on the buzzer now. I want you to explain this. Be very careful here. Okay, Sudeep is very fast here. I want a specific, I won't continue the question. What's your answer, Sudeep? You stopped me with the buzzer. You're unmuted. You're muted.
Sir, jockey.
I wouldn't ask you jockey. It's pretty evident. You stopped me on the buzzer. Otherwise, I will continue the question. Since no one incorrect, I wanted to explain what's happening here. Is Faizan for no points though? Sudeep gets a minus
No,
100,
I
Yash.
know the answer.
All right, Faizan doesn't know the answer as well. Does anyone want to explain what's going on here? For no points, of course. All right, no worries. Yash, please note that Sudeep has got a negative minus 100. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
The correct answer I was looking for was Levi's. And how would you arrive at Levi's from jockey? I wouldn't ask jockey. It's pretty evident on the screen that it forms jockey. It's the logo of jockey. I wouldn't ask Page Industries as well by writing explain this on the title of the question. Levi's would be arrived from the low rise jeans, right? So there was this trend back in the days that you wear low rise jeans and you will be able to see only the top part of jockey undergarments. And that was the connect here. So and Levi's came out with this print ad. It was Levi's who came out with only the jockey upper part of their logo being able to see in the low rise jeans. That was a trend back in the days. So this was the print ad by Levi's, the jeans company, and association in some form with jockey. This was a good question I came across, and I was like, let's put it out there for everybody to know. And no one getting a plus here. So the losing 100 on this question by going with jockey. This was the 6th question for you guys. The next question on the screen for everybody and on the buzzer now. This building was the house of the Russian parliament from 1991 till 1994. In 1994, the reformed Russian parliament Duma was moved to another building. It is now the House of Russian Government. Give me its name. I want the name of Russian government. What is it called? For no hints, this is a pretty workable answer. Looking at the image. All right, Ambarish has gone quick on the buzzer. What's the answer, Ambarish?
Kremlin.
Incorrect. Incorrect. I wouldn't give you points for Kremlin. The correct answer I was looking for was the White House, Moscow. So Russia also has a White House and pretty workable looking at the structure. And White House was the answer I was looking for. Looking at Faizan, I think he knew the answer but didn't go for the buzzer in time. And the White House, Russia or White House, Moscow would have given you the plus 100. Who was the person who went on the buzzer? Was it Ambarish, right?
Yeah, it was me.
All right. Yash, a negative to Ambarish on this one, a minus 100 to him. Before we move on to the next question, on your screens for everybody and on the buzzer, now. Be very careful. I want a very specific answer here. Identify the long orange line in the image. What's your answer, Faizan?
Is it the India-Pakistan border?
A perfect plus 100 to Faizan. India-Pakistan border would have given anybody else also a plus 100, but Faizan gets it this time on the buzzer. This was the orange line I was talking about, and this was a picture captured by the ISS, International Space Station, from space of the India-Pakistan border, and it's visible from the space, in fact. So that's a good no too. And this was the question that Faizan cracked it pretty well. A plus 100 to Faizan Yash on this particular question. India-Pakistan border seen from space, a plus 100 to him. All right, a quick breather. We would love the audience on the YouTube chat and the YouTube live stream, and even in the future as well, to head on to the Bluelearn Quiz Club and attend as many quizzes as possible that we conduct monthly, the trivia nights we have on our Instagram channel, and we move on to the next question. Everybody get back on the buzzer, and we have the next question on the screen. Banu, you're disconnected. Moksh, you're disconnected from the buzzer, so please check that. All right, we have the next question on the screen for everybody now. I want you to identify this Google Doodle that was released very recently. Explain the Google Doodle. All right, I see Aryan going on.
Yeah, can I answer?
Yes.
It was a Google Doodle to celebrate 75th birth anniversary of Anne Frank.
you are 99% correct. You get the plus 100, of course, and I'll explain the reason why the 1%. So this was a Google Doodle given out by Google, of course, for the 75th anniversary of the Diaries by Anne Frank, and not her birth anniversary. The Diaries has been like there for 75 years, and this was the commemoration of it by Google. So 75th anniversary of Anne Frank's diary, and not her himself, her herself, right? So
Okay.
so you get a plus 100, but it was the diaries.
Okay,
All right.
thank-
So Aryan getting a plus 100 on this question. Good crack. A very recent answer as well. So yes, Bhanu, you can.
The buzzer
He
is
can't
full.
join
Can
the.
you let me in?
He got
Yeah,
disconnected
sure.
from the buzzer.
Could you try joining back?
Yeah, I'm in.
All right. Perfect. We move on with the next question on the buzzer. I think there's a score check coming up. All right. No, we have the next question on the buzzer now. Identify the logo, one of the biggest apparel makers in the world. Be very careful on this question. Don't go on the drift. Be very careful. Think, look at the logo carefully. I've seen this logo around. A very famous company that gives out a very famous product for children. I'll give you a very huge clue, especially girls. Girls, children is the biggest clue here, and the logo itself. You've seen this logo around, that's for sure. No one going on the buzzer, 5 seconds on the clock, picking away. All right. All right, the buzzers have collapsed and the question has collapsed for everybody to answer. Anybody for no points, just give out a guess.
Is it matter?
You should be sad that you didn't go for it. The correct answer was indeed Mattel. And a good interesting fact here, annually more than 105 million yards of fabric go into the making of clothes for Barbie and her friends. And Barbie is the biggest product of Mattel. And this was a huge clue that I gave. Girls and children was the biggest clue. And this was the logo of Mattel with Mattel blanked out, right? So Bhanu missing an opportunity of a plus 100. No worries. There are more questions to crack, but a good guess by you. We have this score check coming in so that you guys know where you guys are standing and how you need to improve from here on. So we have the score check, Yash. If you could verbally
Yeah.
read out the scores for everybody.
Cool, cool. So as of now, Bhanu and Faizan are at 100 points. Aryan is at 0. Moksh, Kushagra and Shiva are also at 0. Ambrish and Sudeep are at -100. So yeah, that's the score check.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Yash. We can move ahead. Shiva Kumar and Moksh, you're disconnected from the buzzer. Please make sure you're logged in.
Could you tell how many questions are there?
So this was the 10th question that just got completed. We have around 13 more questions to go. A possibility of 1300 points to get all of them correct, but that's highly unlikely with the quality of questions that are put in here. But anything can happen from here on. All right, we move on with the next question. On your screen, I think someone has disconnected from the call as well. Okay, no worries, we move ahead. Cool. Next question on your screen now. Identify the company. Faizan, really quick on this one. Faizan, what's your answer?
Apple.
Perfect. Could you explain how Apple?
I mean, I knew the address, but then I think the infinity loop means it's like the circular structure of the Apple headquarters, if I'm not wrong.
Perfect. The correct answer I was looking for was Apple Inc. And Faizan gets a plus 100 on this question. This is the address of the Apple headquarters and the Apple HQ. And he gets a plus 100 on this question. We move on with the next question on the buzzer now. Identify the personality. Ooh, a lot of people on the buzzer. Bhanu going in first. Bhanu, what's your answer?
Is it Virat Kohli?
Perfect. A plus 100 to Bhanu. A good crack. Virat Kohli was the correct answer I was looking for. And many people went on the buzzer, but Bhanu coming out first. And Virat Kohli gives him a plus 100 as well, Yash. Perfect. We move on with the 13th question on your screens now. Connect these images to a particular product. And you should be able to guess it because you all must have had it at some point. A lot of clues on the screen. It should be an easy one. Faizan going in after I say it's an easy one. Faizan, what's your answer?
I'm not sure, but then is it Pringles?
Could you repeat the answer loud and clear?
Is it Pringles?
Pringles is the correct answer, and he gets a plus 100 on this guess. And he himself is surprised, but he gets a plus 100. A good crack. All you have to do is trust your first gut feeling and go for the answer. That's how you would end up answering questions. Most of the questions are pretty workable. Kellogg's would have given you a huge hint. This was the old name of Pringles, and this is the tagline by them. So if you knew either of them, you would have arrived at your answer, Pringles. And it could be either Pringles or Lay's, right? These two are the bigger things out there. So others who didn't go on the buzzer, it might have come across you at some point. Ki Pringles ho sakta hai, maybe Lay's ho sakta hai. So maybe just go for a 50-50 chance and see if it's correct or not. That's how you would come out with most of the answers here. Pretty crackable answer. Faizan gets a plus 100 on this one. I've cleared out the buzzer for everybody for the next question. And the next question on the screen now. Identify the person and the brand. If you even give me one answer, you would get the point. Identify the brand, in fact. That should be an easier one. Look at the screen very carefully. You would have seen this person around, maybe in some form. And if you like this particular product, you would only go for this then, right? If you have used this product once, you only go for it because it's the best in the market. Bhanu, what's your answer?
Is it Quaker Oats?
Perfect. A plus 100. I think he was going on his gut feeling here. Quaker is the correct answer we're looking for. Quaker Oats is the correct answer. A plus 100 to Bhanu. It's a battle between Bhanu and Faizan. Both are going one after the other. The others as well. There are a lot of questions coming up. Go for it. Give it a shot. It could be correct as well, right? So Quaker Oats is the correct answer I was looking for. We move on with the next question on the screen now. Identify this. Connect the pictures. No one going on this. Pretty workable. Kushagra going on it. What's your answer, Kushagra?
Are these the founders of HP, Hewlett and Packard?
Incorrect. A negative to you, a minus 100, Kushagra. Sudeep, what's your answer for no points?
Is it Pixar?
A perfect answer. Pixar was the correct answer I was looking for. So these two would have given you Pixar as well. Even if you didn't know who these gentlemen were, it's one and the same person, but like Pixar from here would have given you a plus 100 if you would have buzzed in time. But Kushagra getting a negative here, a negative minus 100 to you, Kushagra, on the 15th question. We move on to the answer slide. That's Pixar for everybody. And we move on with the 16th question on your screen now. Identify the blanked out brand or company. Bhanu going in quick.
Is it Yamaha? Hello?
Incorrect.
Am I audible?
A minus 100. It's not Yamaha. Sudeep, for no points again, what's your answer?
Front row?
Could you repeat loud and clear?
Front row.
Incorrect. That's not the correct answer looking for. The correct answer looking for was Casio, or Casio, however you pronounce it. It's either Yamaha, Casio, these big giants in the field of musical instruments, especially. So Casio was the correct answer. The blanked out brand or company here, partner up with the legend himself, A.R. Rahman. And we move on with the next question for everybody on the buzzer. Now.
No. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
This company derives its name. Okay, Bhanu has already gone for it. Bhanu, what's your answer?
Tetra Pak.
Perfect. A perfect plus 100 to Bhanu on this question. 17th question, Tetra Pak is the correct answer. Perfect. Good that we have cleared this question quick. That was very quick answer by you. And we move on with the next question.
For the last question, was it -100 for Banu?
Yes, it was a -100 for Bhanu, but that's
Cool.
negated right now.
Yeah,
with Tetra Pak.
Got it.
Perfect. All right, Tetra Pak was the correct answer. We move on to the 18th question on your screens now. Identify this lady. Sudeep has gone in quick. What's your answer, Sudeep?
Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw.
Perfect. A perfect plus 100 to you. Could you identify the company that she heads as well?
Biocon.
Perfect. A perfect 100 to you. That's the correct answer I was looking for. And Sudeep gets a plus 100 on this question. Yash, and we move on with the next question on the screen now. Before that, let's have a score check. So Yash, if you could quickly read out the scores for everybody so that they know where they stand.
Sure. So Bhanu and Faizan are leading with 300 each. Shiva, Aryan, Moksha, and Sudeep are at 0. Kushagra and Ambarish are at -100. Yeah, that's it.
All right, amazing. Thank you so much for that score check. Yash, everybody is clear with their scores so that we can move on with the next question coming up on the screen now. Identify this chain of hotels, a very famous brand worldwide across India. And this is their logo. Shiva Kumar, what's your answer?
Oyo.
Incorrect. It's not Oyo. It's not Oyo. If anybody wants to go for no points for a guess. Okay, no one going for it. The correct answer I was looking for was Hyatt Place. Hyatt is a huge brand that's there worldwide. And I see Bhanu missing that. I think he knew the answer and maybe vaguely didn't want to go and risk his 100 points. But Hyatt Place was the correct answer I was looking for and not Oyo. All right, we move on with the next question on your screen now. Identify the authority. Oh, this is quick. Faizan coming out first. Faizan, what's your
Aadhaar.
answer?
It's Aadhaar.
Perfect. A perfect plus 100 to Faizan on this one. He inches ahead. And I think he is now in the lead, if my math is correct. A plus 100 to Faizan on this question. Aadhaar is the correct answer I was looking for. All right, moving on with the next question on your screen now. Identify this app. Bhanu coming out first again. What's your answer?
Free charge. Free charge.
Perfect. Free charge is the correct answer we're looking for. Could you identify the founder as well?
Kunal Shah.
Kunal Shah it is. And he gets a plus 100. Yash, Bhanu gets a plus 100. And we move on with the next question on your screen now. Identify the old logo of this pharma giant. You would all know this pharma giant, but this is the old logo of it. It was rebranded recently. Be very careful about a very specific answer for this one. No one going on the buzzer. 5 seconds on the clock. So they still got time. All right, no one going for it. The question has closed on the buzzer and the correct answer was looking for was Dr. Reddy's that was rebranded very recently. So Dr. Reddy's has changed its logo, and this was their old logo, and it's a pharma giant. So this was the penultimate question. We have the last question that is coming ahead. So those who are battling out, it's a battle for the first place, pretty visible first place, and the second and third follow, right? So the last question for everybody for today's general quiz finals for the top 8 out of more than 100 people that had registered for the quiz is identify this. Be very careful. I want you to identify this. It's something that you solve. Look at it very carefully. Sudeep has gone for it. A
Is it
plus
gyroscope?
100 opportunity. Could you be very loud and clear?
Is this gyroscope?
Incorrect. I heard jello scope. Is that right?
No, sir, I didn't say that.
What did you say then?
Gyroscope.
Oh, no, that's not the correct answer. The correct answer is something more easy to pronounce and more easier known. It is Rubik's sphere and not Rubik's cube. So Rubik's sphere, if you see it very carefully, is something that you solve and the colors also coming in. So it's Rubik's sphere, a lesser known product, but an easier pronunciation, right? So we have the last question closing in, and I think we can have the tiebreakers if there are any, or we have the score check coming in right now. So Yash, if you could quickly share your screen, and we could have the score check for everybody to know where the members stand. All right, I see Yash's screen. We have Ambarish coming in with -100, Bhanu coming out with 400, Faizan 400. So pretty visible tiebreaker coming in. Kushagra with -100, Shiva with -100, Aryan Moksh and Aryan Moksh still to open the account, and Sudeep coming in with -100. All right, so we have a pretty visible tiebreaker for first and second, and we have a tiebreaker between Aryan and Moksh that they have kept quiet so far. Aryan had like moved up and down, but like Aryan and Moksh have the tiebreaker coming in. So I think Moksh, is he there in the call? I think he's missed out. So it will be a tiebreaker between Aryan and Ambarish, Kushagra, Shiva, or Aryan comes out as the third place. Right. All right. Moksh isn't there. So Aryan comes out as the third place. Congratulations, Aryan. I think you missed out on a couple of questions and you still came out third. That's a good quiz for you. But we have the tiebreaker coming in for Bhanu and Faizan. So others, Yash, if you could like stop screen sharing, I could screen share my screen. All right. Cool. So only Faizan and Bhanu get to answer the questions that are coming up on their screen and on the buzzer. It's a sudden death situation, so whoever answers first will get the opportunity to whoever presses the buzzer will get the opportunity to answer. If the person gets it wrong, the other person qualifies and gets the first position, right? If you have any doubts, Faizan and Bhanu, you are free to ask. There are 2 tiebreaker questions. So if you don't know the first one, there is a second one for you. All right. The questions coming ahead only for Faizan and Bhanu for the first and second position on the buzzer. Now, I want you to identify this brand. Bhanu going on for the first buzz. Yes, Bhanu, what's your answer?
Pringles, right?
You're asking me or you're telling me?
I'm telling you.
Perfect.
Pringles.
A perfect plus 100 that takes
I think-
Bhanu.
I think Faizan got confused because you didn't put the title, right? Like ID the.
Yeah,
company.
I was thinking
When I
if you
got
had to
confused.
name the mascot.
Yeah, same thing. And yeah.
No, either you name the mascot or you give me it because the mascot has the name the name of Pringles in it, right? It's called Mr. Pringles. So mascot has the name inside. So even if you had given me Pringles that Bhanu gave, that is the correct answer. Luckily for him. Otherwise, if it would have been the mascot name, I would have obviously asked the mascot's name and not the brand's name, right? So identify this was the answer question, and Bhanu comes in first. It was a battle between Bhanu and Faizan for the first and
Was a
second
fair
place. So
fight.
Bhanu comes in. Hanji?
It was a fair fight.
It was a very fair fight, right?
Yeah.
Pringles coming in twice. So I just wanted to check if you guys are still in the zone, and presence of mind was tested here that Pringles came in twice in the same quiz. That happens very rarely, but it happened right now. So Bhanu coming in first, Faizan coming in second, and we have Aryan who has come in third for today's general quiz finals. And for the finale of season 2, the scoreboards will be updated, and you will be there's a prize money worth of 1,500 rupees that will be split up amongst the top 3, and they could use it in the Bluelearn Discord store that we have for purchasing like any of the products out of the 20 that we have on the Bluelearn store. The others will receive certificates. The top 8 will receive participation certificates, and we can go off. Thank you so much for coming in.